Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans, my Benjamin Franklin. I'm like that's part of my rebuilding castles that's made out of. She's amazing, on fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get this maximum wage that belong on a poster. I'm in the days that is waving at me like, damn it, I know you. You run the show like a hoster. Tell me whatever and I'll be your gopher. Spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down,
From the top of the moon when I watch her go down, she got me throwing my money around. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be found. It's going down. From the top of the moon when I watch her go down, she got me throwing.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive, Rutherford. And his first look is incomplete. Trying to get that to Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Warriors 70. 19 Chargers. 79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun, Rutherford. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that rail. 0 to 100.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Strike. Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Back to throw. Rutherford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Here's Williams. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Probably that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll pack him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick is good.
He's good.
And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, putting together a good drive and get some points of their own.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cougar 19.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Muscle up, we got the biometric. Ran up by the Lux and that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling. Bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
On the 47 now, they'll work with a second and 7.
19 tight. Let's go now. 19, 18. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
There he goes left side. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Bears 10, Lions nothing. kickoff.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80. Go.
Off play action. Rutherford. This is Smith with a grab. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 more yards there and another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will score. Pick 6 for Bears. Touchdown. Well, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 73 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Bears 17, Lions 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Escapes the defender. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all they're moving through. It's still all in all a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Throwing is Williams. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18.
The give, right side for Gibbs. And he'll get it here at 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Viking 18. Watch the bullet. Check.
Another run for Gibbs here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Cup 19, Bronco 80. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Come on. Set. Cougar 19. Cowboy.
And now an audible here into something else. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
One more time. Okay, break.
Here's 3rd and 3.
70 Ranger. Here we go. Start. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Looking to throw. Rutherford. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go!
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Get up! 65, 70 Lions. Ready.
Back to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here comes the Lions punter now. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they're all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Lions will take over. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Right side to Williams. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
2nd and 9 now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Rutherford. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. 16-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now Williams. And ball complete. It's a rookie from Oklahoma. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
What is up?
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's got room. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Looking to throw. Rutherford. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Stephanie! Cowboy 80! Bronco 80! Ready!
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman could wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The career's more at stake when you win your prom. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like
from the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. Good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball at the 33, second and 9.
19 tight, 19 2. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll look to throw again. Goes out left, it's caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Hawk 70 Timberwolves.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
That
ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
19, Tiger, 19, Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun, Rutherford able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a third down and 3.
Third and 3.
Come on. 77, Viking 18.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hawk 70. Check. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun, Rutherford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Arian Smith, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, what was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here. We're going to battle you to the end.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on the 20-yard line.
Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To the air, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's going to get that to his running back over the backfield. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Biggie Angels! Biggie Angels!
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
What's up?
There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And that's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout play right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction. Watch watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Pioneer.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
70 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
Hold it ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Panthers, check, hurt.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
That's good. We're on Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. So getting 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
18 Rattler, 18 Bronco, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught by Laporta. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go. 60 Maverick, 19, 8.
Looking to throw. Rutherford. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Back to throw. Rutherford. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Let's go now. 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs from a yard out. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On play action, here's Williams. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
You feel alive like you can't have it now. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a ball. You still feel paralyzed.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll run again. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 91, Buffalo 18. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing to start the drive. Rutherford. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60. Street.
Looking to throw. Rutherford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now.
19 tight. 19.
Operating from the gun. Rutherford. He's going to let it fly. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. Now first and goal.
A gain of 54 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Back to throw. Rutherford. This is caught.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Third down and goal coming up here.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Cougar 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw. Rutherford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage. He took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
An 18-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. This is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Chicago, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.